Hello, hello, everybody. This is Arlene Arnold and Leslie Romine from Transformational Tools. We want to start out with our energy focus of the month, which is Revolution of the Heart. And this is this is one that I find is very interesting for the times that we're in. But not only that, I want to say a word about today. I think you probably know that this is a new moon in Aries today. And I just wanted us to be aware of that because I think it's part of the revolution of the heart. Because when I looked it up this morning, it was saying that well, first of all, that new moon is about new beginnings. This is a place where you can start something new, a project, or if you released something and you can start bringing in something fresh. But what they're saying is it's not just a fresh start like you have often in new moon, but it said it's a full body ignition. That's because of the Aries energy, a full bodied ignition. And so, what I want us to recognize is the really strong energy that's here right now. And before we started, I was telling Leslie that I had a hard time last night. We were at a concert and I felt like my balance was off. And we got home and I felt like there was like maybe a very deep volcanic something going on because the whole felt to me like that was moving under my feet. Today, it's nothing. So I think that the energies that we're in are going to come up in many different ways. Uh, there is so much going on that's changing, and good stuff is coming in. I don't know how soon we will really notice it here, but we can notice it in our lives first. What do you want to add to that, Leslie? Because I just am so excited about the times that we're in right now.
Yeah, I was reading this morning about the light coming in, excuse me, that's helping us to do our transformations, both releasing and bringing in the new, and that people have been, we've been for many, um, times now, we've been doing our work, and the work itself has brought more light into our field. And as those of us that are working to, propagate that, pass it around, um, that it's time to invite more of that light to come shining through. So I think that fits with what we're experiencing.
Absolutely. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all but one of the pictures up. So I'm going to do that again in a minute because I really love having the pictures. Whoops, I've got one up that we don't need up yet. Okay, so where we want to go next is to Core Crucible because these are our cards for the month. And as you know, those of you who are here each week, we do the theme for the month, we do the cards for the month, and then we do the cards for the week. And so we get a full picture of what is happening at this time. Just don't get overwhelmed because you'll know what part of it is for you and what you need to be doing with that. So let me put up Core Crucible here. And what I picked up out of the Core Crucible, the book that has, by the way, it's number 9. And one of the parts of what it is says, the fiery the fiery wind within the crucible whips away what is no longer needed, leaving one's personal energy swept clean. See if you can feel that inside of you. If Core Crucible were all around you and the center of Core Crucible was in your center, And this kind of a wind might feel in our center that was helping to clean up things that we no longer need. So what is left is this: all that is essential remains. Choices made in clarity, life filled, life lived moment to moment with no regrets and no expectations. Can you imagine living in no regrets and no expectations? That's a challenge for us. Um, and then empowered and unencumbered, a clear, dynamic core emerges from the fiery deep. All is ready for this power to be used with integrity. And what I was feeling like, okay, this energy that's in the center of this, or the whole thing that might be around us, is helping us to clear up old things, fears, doubts, all of those kinds of things. And this leaves us in a very cleansing place within our body and our energy field. And that allows us to live our soul power in a clarity that we may never have done before. So, Leslie, add to what you're thinking about.
I'm thinking that as we've been using Core Crucible, I don't know about others, but in my experience, what I'm experiencing is, as soon as I identify something that I think is, wow, here it is, and it's showing me I have a limitation or I have a belief around it. If I am willing to just go, okay, I am ready to release this into the crucible, that it just goes. And what comes out of it is, it's, to me, it seems faster, quicker, more thorough. And as what comes out of it is a larger knowing that we are in, what do I want to say, more in balance, more enlightened, with our new enlightenment coming in to show us and to affirm that we are actually, we've actually done the clearing, and we've actually come to a new place of that acceptance, and that no regret and no expectation, just calm, and knowing that, and there's a trust built in there, that starts to emerge. And I just think it's more amazing these
I do
days.
too. Yeah, just love it. All right. Well, that wasn't the one that I wanted. Oh, okay. Let me just get rid of. Okay. So let's move on now from Core Crucible into the luminary that's called Love. We had two different luminaries for the for this month, and it's really interesting. I've really been having an interesting time using these two together, because as you clear up all of these things that are part of what's been in you that no longer serves you, that's no longer really true to who you are, then you can move into love. And one of the things that we have kind of had that stood in our way is fear. And so, one of the things it says in the book about love is, when humanity acts from fear, love disappears. It is as if a veil is placed between humans and that which is that which most deeply connects them to love. Survival becomes the main focus. I think we can see this in the world. There's been a lot of fear, and there's been a lot that has gone into survival for good reason. And but what it's saying here for us, that can change. Love has never left. Even if we don't see the love, even if we don't feel that it's around us, it's there. And what we can do is use Core Crucible to help uh, diminish the fear or have it gone altogether. And that then leaves room for love to come forward and for us to um, feel that in our lives. And when we focus on that, that takes it out into uh, every place around us, into our lives, into the energy that goes out to the world, into the cosmos. So this is a really important for one for us right now. So
When
what would you add to that?
well, when we have the intention, the awareness to choose love after we've done the process of the core crucible, if we have, okay, now I am expressing love, I'm sending that out, I'm giving it to myself. The whole thing brings a clarity of purpose in our life. And in the moment, it's in that moment, and you realize that you are now present with whatever comes, and that love is what you bring to it. So it's like to me, it's like a big shift from, okay, I was thinking that, I was worried about that, and that's cleared. And now what's my intention to bring forward? It is love, love, light, harmony, all those words that we, can connect into that energy. And using the beautiful colors in this luminary. And I mean, I am always attracted to the rainbow inside because that
Me
really
too.
says this is who we are. We are that rainbow of energy. And as we, connect to that, then we are present, we are available. Um, I had it reminds me when I say that, I have a teacher of another modality that I had been doing earlier in life, and she was so knowledgeable, and she brought a whole entire healing modality to the world. And we asked her one time, well, how did you know? How did you know that it was supposed to be you to bring this? And she said, well, I asked. I asked Spirit. I said, well, why me? And she said, my answer was, because you're available. You know, and I thought that's so true. I mean, it's like it's not this big ego thing. It's like
I
you
was going to
are,
say, whoops, I'm not
yeah,
as special as I thought I was.
yeah. It's because you are available, honey, and thank you for being available. So,
But it's also like a really important gift from the universe to say,
mhm,
you have it in you to do this
yes,
and you're available.
yes,
Otherwise, you would not have been called on.
right, right,
So I hope we remember it that way. All
yes.
right, I'm going to put one more out here and I hope it doesn't mess things up. Yeah, it did. Okay, now I'm done so I can totally focus here. Uh,
Yes.
I just wanted to have these because they're so fun to have it in front of us. So now we're going to go to magenta, which is the color for the month. And I love this flower. I just
Mm,
feel magenta in this flower so very much.
mm,
And it's the strength in magenta and the part that we picked out for the month is called trust. And I looked at this and I found this part that really spoke to me for this week. Most of all, you trust yourself. You trust your inner guidance. You trust that you are supported from beyond yourself. All of this makes it possible for you to trust others That is not a blind trust. Now, we talked a little bit about this at the intuitive circle and how to begin to trust yourself. But many of us have trusted people in our lives, and then they turned out to not really warrant that trust or not a full trust in them. But what it says here is you don't do that blindly. You trust yourself and you trust others, but you don't do it blindly. You use every part of you to know what is right for you. And you make sure that you are using that ability to discern right along with trust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And and it says in there, we trust our inner guidance. That it can be said that that's intuition. It can be said that it's reading energy of what's around you. And magenta can help you do that. Magenta is so compassionate and so with you. I mean, there are times when that happens where you kind of trust that, and then it turns out to be, how did I miss that? And it's a way of learning to trust more. It's like if you walk right into it really blindly, you've got an issue, you know. And so look at your issue and know that as you move ahead and you've cleared that, then you can begin to sense more. Oh, I remember this. I've seen this kind of energy before. That's not what I want. Thank you for reminding me of that kind of thing. So I think we grow as we become more discerning.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I have found that's sort of been nagging at me is a certain amount of doubt. And I think it's because so many things are changing, and it's sort of like I've seen myself in the middle of a bridge, and I'm inching my way along, but it's like that's not real clear where all of this is going to go for me personally. But I got something in my journaling this morning. And by the way, this coming Thursday is our journaling class. And I'm going to tell you when we get down to that part, I'm going to tell you about how you can find it and how to sign up for it. But what I got this morning was in the questions I had asked, and I got this is coming from my soul self and other guidance that I have. Open to possibilities and love your life, live passionately, accept your doubts. I mean, I was trying to push them away, but it's accept your doubts, make friends with your stumbles. Remember that the soul power that is you. I mean, that was so powerful for me, and I hope it'll be powerful for you. I'm going to read it one more time. Open to possibilities, my friends. Love your life. Live passionately. Accept your doubts. Make friends with your stumbles. Remember the soul power that is you. And so what I ended up doing was connecting to my doubts and thanking them. I said, thank you, doubts, for slowing me down so I can live in clarity. And I wanted to share that because it feels so much like what trust is about, and how we have to be really um, understanding with ourselves when those kinds of things come up.
Absolutely, yes. Um, for sure. For sure. That
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say recently I've um, had conversations and people sharing about how they just blossomed recently into a new kind of understanding and projection from themselves that they can trust that self that comes out and shares and comes from their true self and all that kind of stuff. And they said, part of it was doing some important clearing. Like there was important clearing before, and now they're able to do that. And I'm curious. I mean, it sounds like it's happening with a lot of people right now that when we clear, we're making big strides into the next thing that's happening because of the energies that are helping us do that.
And it's taking us into these higher dimensions where we have a different viewpoint. So we're not bogged down by just what we see in the physical world around us or in what's happening in the world. But it takes us to a place of pulling us back and then seeing it from this higher dimension. And we begin to see what's important for us to put our attention to. And I think that helps us get through this. All right. Well, the cards for this week, we have Awakened. The Love Awakened has such beauty. And it's the numbers 4 and 9. And what I picked out from the book in that is patterns of living that fueled a world of drama no longer serve divine intentions. With clear and unfaltering resolve, accept your unique role in this time and place of new possibilities. And, sometimes that's kind of hard because fear or worry come up or doubt, that kind of thing. And so we have to pay attention to these kinds of things that come up. And those were kind of patterns of living that we saw around us and that we have sort of taken on. It's so we want to find a way to see this from that higher frequency and this other dimension, and be able then, and we can do that. We don't have to do anything except maybe see yourself up on a really tall tree and you're like an eagle up there, and you're using your eagle eyes to see what's happening below, and that will help you not get in so caught up in the drama, but it will still inform you about what's happening and where you might be of service and how you might be able to stay really true to yourself.
Yes. Beautiful. I think it's that resolve and that decision that we make, or putting our intentions out there, like I was talking about, and saying, "This is my unique role. How can I best be used?"
Yes.
And I'm finding, and I know some other people that I talked to this last weekend at the fair, they were saying my role is expanding. It's changing somehow, and some people were in that place where they weren't quite sure what it was yet, but others were saying, "Yeah, I'm doing this now. I added this to what I'm doing, and it seems to be taking off." And how that's really interesting to me. So, as we make our breakthroughs, new possibilities arise for sure.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
All right. So now our color card for this week is the strength in green. I want you to look at how much strength there is here. I mean, for the month, we have core, crucible, and love, and we have magenta, the strength in magenta. And then we have awakened for this week, and we have the strength in green. And what I chose out of the chapter that was what I was drawn to for this week is decisiveness. And you may not have thought of green of the heart as a part of decisiveness, but hear this because I think it might make sense to you. Making decisions comes easily to you because you are so connected to your center. That center is your soul center, that is your knowing self center. Um, you feel and know what is right for you. Your divine connection gives you a broader view, so that your decisions take into account all aspects of your life. You are aware of how your decisions will affect others. So while staying true to yourself, you consider the consequences that your decisions will have on others. And I would add to that, but we don't shy away from decisions if we know they're right, even though it may affect another person. What I've learned is sometimes my assumptions about how it's going to affect somebody else really are incorrect. And that something that I think is going to be very hard for somebody actually becomes something that's liberating to that other person. So the only thing I can do is to follow my inner self and then also pay attention to how that might affect people around me. And then what I do is I just cover them with love, or I ask that their soul will help them through this. Because if I know that I have to make that decision, then I must follow through with that, but in a loving way.
Absolutely. Staying true to yourself and considering the consequences, how it could have on others, is really kind of a two-part thing. But when you put it together, you are being that, to me, you're adding that, caring piece about how the other is going to be receptive to that or not. And if we are in tune with our conversations with them and how open or not open they are to things, it sometimes that can help us to make that choice, of how much we can, or in what way we can um, just be with it and be with them. And sometimes it takes a while to get to know a person too, and kind of see where they're at, but always with respect for yourself and where you're coming from and what you carry. Sometimes you just, I can go back to that experience that I had with a woman at the grocery store helping me with water. She didn't say, "Hey, I'm this, I believe in this, and here I'm going to do this for you." She just she just helped me out, and I was so grateful. And in our conversation was, "Oh, you were taught to care about people. How wonderful," and that kind of thing. So it was on that level, but the love and the expression of it. We gave a hug at the end, and it was like a similar energy. She didn't have to tell me I am this or I
Yeah,
am
yeah, yeah. Oh, that is so sweet.
that. That was very sweet.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons that I picked this picture, because it just speaks to me of that kind of love that can be there when you're being decisive.
Hmm.
It's you're alert, but you're heart centered and you're present as who you are because you can feel the energy of this bird. I mean, it's so clear that there is a, a, a being in there, and that's really what we want to do, is to be so clearly who we are that it really comes across. So
This picture is very cute, I have to say.
yes, I really love it.
Mhm.
So before we get started on our readings, I want to remind people again that next Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, um, and that's the April 23rd, we will be doing Journal with Your Noid Self, and that's a really good time to practice getting real clarity with your inner self. And I'm going to put this up because, and you might want to keep this for yourself. This is how you can get in and find out what are the things, what are the classes that are coming up, and you will find Journal with Your Knowing Self there, and it will give you the opportunity to sign up for the class. And for those of you who may be new to transformational tools, you can sign up for $15. And those of you who are part of our Vortal, the community that we have, this is free for you, and you will be receiving um, uh, a new email that will have the link in it that you go to on Zoom. And I really want to encourage people to check that out, kind of keep that around. So you check it out for the month, and then keep track of the things that you want to be a part of. And then, if you will, there's another place on our website that's called newsletter. And that's our newsletter for the month. And that has all of the activities for the month. It also has a lot more information about our revolution of the heart. And it has the tools and talking about the luminaries and talking about color cards, and also some a beautiful crystal that is part of that, and a message from our special Dodi, who is part of our leadership group. And just love the fact that she is sharing with us like this each month. So if you will go there, it's pretty easy to just allow yourself to go to transformationaltools.com/newsletter. Okay, we are ready.
I love the responses that I'm reading.
Okay.
Will says, being true to your decision and caring about the other allows a situation where that other person may surprise you. And John said, agreed. Sandra says, breaking through conditioning to the divine.
Oh,
yeah. For sure.
Wonderful.
Okay. Well, it is time for our live personal readings now.
Yes.
And we're going to start with Jeannie S.
Jeannie S. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Whoa, Jeannie. This one, I'm going to get the numbers here so I have it in front of me. Jeannie, this one is called Presence. Just a minute, I got to get a little bird off of here so we can see and make us a little bit bigger here. Okay, so Jeannie, this is called Presence. Yeah, and presence is such an important one right now. You know, presence can mean that you're feeling divine energy. It can mean that you're feeling your soul or someone else's soul, but it goes way beyond the human kinds of things. And it's really important for us to be aware of that. And what I'm getting for you, Jeannie, is stay really present in your life and remember that this divine presence is there, and you will feel it and know it as you pay attention to that.
Beautiful. Your color card is Strength in red or red orange.
Wow. Okay.
I'm getting red orange, actually.
Yeah.
So it says, you're full of fire, you're a starter doer and independent. And the color complement is turquoise. So this is really, really powerful. And
I have the strength. Yeah, I have the strength.
Yeah, strength. Yeah, and being present is going to bring, I feel like it's going to bring that kind of energy, that energy where you're just going to like know, okay, I'm going to do this. Or I want to, this is my part of my intention. I'm going to act on it right now, kind of thing. And that turquoise is about following that heartfelt impetus to express what you know and what you've learned through. And of course, you have lots of blue and turquoise and that center crystal, just beautiful, pulsating and beaming that presence into your life.
And that the colors also in the round the crystal, and then in a circle around there has indigo in it. And indigo is really an important part of our knowing, because it takes us even deeper than intuition. And this is available for you now, Jeannie. And it will, that presence will help you with this red energy, because red energy can be kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like, do I dare work with this really strong energy? Well, you certainly do when we're with presence, when you have that presence of the divine presence with you. So
yeah, very powerful cards.
very powerful. I have a feeling all of them today are going to be powerful, partly because of the new moon.
Yeah, could be. All right, Jessica.
All right, Jessica, let's see what's up for you. Ah, it's dawning.
Oh,
And dawning is such a wonderful card that helps us. What's the number on that one,
I'm
Leslie?
looking it up here.
But look at all the white that's in there. There's red, but the red and the white, and it's what is that color? There's some pink and light green around that inner circle. And so it has lots of amazing energy, but it's also softened by these other colors.
The number is 11.
11, which means that's going into these higher frequencies. Once you get to 10 and you move beyond 10, this is a really important time for you, Jessica. And just allow yourself to be present in this awakened energy. And it doesn't say awakening, it says awakened. So you have awakened in many ways. You are ready. And as you move into this, you're going to feel the strength of what is there with you.
Yeah, with dawning. It's beautiful. And I just, noticing those colors too. The colors are so soft in that middle ring. And,
Yes.
and yet, if we look right into that center, there's that red orange right in the center.
Yep.
And
Yep.
a lot of orange, which is, feeling your feelings and emotions. So it's a new dawning for you.
And it shows on the outside like you're ready to take off and be yourself and be ready for whatever it is that you're being called to.
And your card is Strength in Blue.
Oh, wonderful.
Strength in Blue. And it says peaceful, creative, and flowing. And blue center, remember, is your throat area. And it's talking about being in that place of speaking your truth, being peaceful and creative, and letting it flow. So as you have opportunities coming up this week, you can just let it flow and, bring that creative juice to it. And that will really enhance your whole week.
It's going to be a really amazing week for you, Jessica.
Yes.
So,
Strength in Blue. Wow.
yeah.
All right, Sandra is next.
Okay, Sandra, let's see what's here for Sandra. Well, Sandra, wow. It's love. So because we already have love for the month and you now have love for the week, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I want to say specifically? Okay, what I'm being drawn to is that rainbow in the center. Remember, Sandra, that there are many aspects of love, and there are ones that you could go deeper into, but also just be aware of in yourself and in other people. It's in the flow for you right now. This whole sense of love, this whole sense of your understanding of love expanding, and all of those colors are showing you different aspects of love. So sit with this and really allow yourself to feel deeply into this card. It has so much to offer. Well, what
And
are our numbers? I forgot to get
2 and 8.
2 and 8. Okay, good. Yeah.
So it's lesson in orange. Feel all your feelings, just like she said. You know, we're talking about that creative place.
Yeah.
That is on the orange, the second chakra. And it's saying allow your feelings. And blue is the complement. So all this is about, they're both very creative centers. So as it comes up, express. As it comes up, express your love. Not like she said, notice the love in others. Notice the places in the rainbow where you are reaching out, or where you're receiving in. I'm getting this thing about reaching out and then receiving in. That balance is will be helped by feeling your emotions.
Absolutely. And I'm feeling the same with you. It's such an important time to have that balance of in and out. And so that you receive the love, and you're always giving the love, Sandra, but receiving the love is a big piece of what this is about for this week.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Okay, John is next.
Here we go, John.
Here we go.
All right. This is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This one is called Mosaic. And what Mosaic is saying, which you have this bent in you, John, but there's this, it's saying be open to all the different people that you're meeting, be open to all of the different situations, the things that are happening, um, and don't second guess yourself, and just trust what your inner is telling you. But when you are with people, use your trust, but also use um, your intuition. Use your ability to know what is right for you and what is not.
Absolutely. And that is that number 10. So,
Yeah, right there as it's going into higher frequencies, which is really a good one, because we're going to be meeting lots of different people. Who knows? We're going to be meeting people or not. Maybe they're not called people, but we're going to be beings from other planets. Things are going to be showing up. I don't know how soon that's going to happen, but it will be an opportunity for us to be like Mosaic and accept all that's there, but stay in our own truth.
so John, your color card is silver, and it's called Lesson in Silver. And it says choose what you value. And what I'm getting for you is um, choosing what you value as you are working with Mosaic, and as you are learning about trusting that intuition. It's like, know that this is a receptive energy. So it's like when things come your way and present themselves to you, trust that there's something in there for you. It could be like, how's your discernment? Or it could be, what about this idea? And so things are going to be occurring to you, and maybe some of them have occurred before. Maybe some of them will be brand new, but it's like the question, what do I value for myself? What do I value in myself? And what can I get behind? What can I support? That's going to be for you this week.
That's a really good one.
Yes, it is. All right, Will is next.
Crown. Oh, I love crown. Yeah, let's see here. What number is crown? It's number 10. I was thinking that it was.
No, that was mosaic.
No, crown is 10.
They're both 10? Okay.
Yeah. I wrote it in the inside and outside of the cards.
Yeah, that's true. They are both 10.
Yeah. So what I'm feeling in this one for you is this idea, because this is the idea of taking on the crown, but not the crown that makes us feel like we're better than somebody else. And you already know about that, Will. But this is, I think we all have a reluctance in some part of us to take on the fullness of what it means to have the crown of awakening on us, the crown that is saying the work that I've done is really now paying off. It's coming to a new level, and it's like it's not going to be too much for you because that's you've been working toward this, Will. It's more that this is just a lovely way of saying to you, it's time. Don't push it, don't ignore it, don't stand in its way. It's really that flow, and the flow is so important.
Yeah. As I look in this, I see this like turquoise thing in the middle.
Right in the middle, yeah.
And it's like, turquoise is saying yes to your calling, yes to your purpose. And so this is really saying, saying we are supporting you and saying yes to the doors that are opening.
Yes.
And wait to see the color card. The lesson is in yellow, claim your empowerment.
Oh, the universe really, really knows how to bring exact right message here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a lot of what's in there is gold, but gold is it's just a higher frequency, has a lot of yellow in it. But wow.
It's a color that I know you relate to a lot, and this is just it is time. It is time to move out into more of it and just be open. And with all the other cards we have for this week, it's really supportive of all that.
Yes.
Very, very much so.
Wow.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Well,
wow.
Yes, it's a wow week. And I hope that you keep coming back to the cards that you got, and also going back and looking at what it is for this week. And you can also go in the YouTube, and I have a video there that talks about the cards for the month, so you can go and do that. And if you haven't been there on that on our YouTube channel, it's under transformational tools, so you can find that there. And every month we have that, and you can also go back to this presentation because it will be in energy focus of the week Yeah, that's all of them are brought together there so you can see it again. Yes.
Wow week.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow
And
week.
just do a lot of self-care because there's a lot the pretty strong energies right now. Get outside. I'm going to do that today and just enjoy nature with all of the plants that are starting to bloom. Our snow finally went away. My poor plants out on the deck was really having a hard time figuring out whether it could survive yet. So I've been covering it and then making sure that I uncover it so it gets the sun as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what fun it is to be here together, and we thank you for all of your wonderful chat messages. Such an
Mhm.
important thing that's part of the community that comes to this. And we're here every Monday at noon Pacific time. So come and join us. And I think that's it for now. Anything else you want to add?
No, just wishing everybody a wonderful week ahead, a week of new awarenesses and new energies that are flowing now through us.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right. We will see you hopefully on Thursday and of next week, and then again on Friday. So
Yep.
we'll be there.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.